Hey guys, John B here from PhoneArena. Take a look. We just got in our Motorola DROID BIONIC unit, and it's been exactly 8 months since we first checked out the DROID BIONIC back at CES, January 6th to be exact. So we have a review unit here. We're going to do an unboxing, show you the handset. We've been expecting this for quite a long time, see what the handset's all about, but let's get started with the unboxing. So you can tell with the packaging, very reminiscent to some of the other Droid handsets of late. It has that, metallic look to it with the Droid eye right there in the middle. A very prominent Droid Bionic branding right there in the front. Left side just got some other brandings: Verizon, Google, Motorola, so you know who are part of it. Same thing on the other side. At the top, you can tell right there it says Verizon 4G LTE certified, so it is the fourth 4G LTE smartphone for Verizon Wireless. And in the back, gives you some package contents, the phone, some battery, cables, the wall charger, product safety, and all that fun stuff. And of course, some of the fine print at the bottom. Nothing really too out of the ordinary with it. So let's take a look and see what it's all about. So you take out the front part, that comes off just like that. And you're left with just the inner shell here, Droid Bionic. Of course, you get to see that Droid eye right there, very prominent. Nice packaging all in all, very solid feeling. Lift it up, take a look at the handset. You can see the Droid Bionic name right there too. And of course, here's the handset that we've checked out. And it has gone through a little bit of a makeover here, just in terms of the design. We'll take a look at that in a moment here. Let's just put in the battery and get it started up here. So take this off. We have some of the packaging contents. Here's the battery. Now this has the largest capacity battery out of all the 4G LTE smartphones on there. Let's take a look at what it is here. It's a 1735 milliamp hour battery, so pretty substantial for an LTE smartphone. So hopefully that gives it better juice than its competitors here, like the Thunderbolt, LG Revolution, and of course the Samsung Droid Charge. So opening it up, looks like there's a notch somewhere here, up top actually, right here. Now it has the plastic cover, you can tell, kind of flimsy, but has a soft touch feel to it. And here's the back of the handset. You can tell it has the SIM card slot right there, as well as the micro SD card slot built right on top of it. So you don't have to remove the battery to gain access to it. And it has a 16 gigabyte card right inside there. So let's put this guy in, just like that. Okay, we got that done. Snap it back into place, like so. And let's remove this plastic cover here. And let's just get it started, booted up. And while it's booting up, we'll take a look at some of the other included stuff with the handset. So we're very excited about this device. So there we go. You can tell dual core right there, just because it does pack that dual core processor, clocked in at 1 gigahertz. So as far as the other stuff, nothing out of the ordinary it seems. You have your information packet for the 4G LTE SIM card here. Nothing really different about it. And the SIM card is already preloaded right on inside the device. You got your usual, looks like your micro USB cable. Nothing different about it. Wall charger, of course. Plug it in, goes in one end. And lastly, you have also the usual set of documentation, so you don't get any additional stuff like a HDMI cable or a cleaning cloth or a case. You get your getting started guide, product safety warranty information, consumer information, and the more important consumer information. So a lot of stuff you want to read, you can take a look at that. So let's put this all away. And let's take a look at the handset that we've been waiting for quite a long time. January 6th, as we mentioned already, since we first checked out the Droid Bionic back at CES. So let's just do a quick hardware tour of the device. Let's take a look at this guy here. So let's unlock it. So let's do a quick hardware tour. So it features a 4.3-inch QHD display, same thing as the Droid X2, a very large size. Looks pretty crisp. Directly below that, you have the touch capacitor buttons, and they have this haptic feedback when you press them down. Up front-facing camera for video chat, and of course, seeing that it runs Android 2.34 Gingerbread, you'll have Google Talk video support. Left hand side, nothing just but the micro USB port for charging data connectivity and HDMI out port, so you could output videos and you can have a mirrored experience on your TV. And this also comes quite in handy with the WebTop application that we find with the docks, the various docks available for it. Right hand side, you have the volume rocker and microphone right down there. Up top, you have the dedicated power button, 3.5mm headset jack, and on the back, you have an 8-megapixel autofocus camera, single LED flash, and has the ability to shoot 1080p videos. You have the speaker notch right there. It's also deemed as the thinnest out of the 4G LTE smartphones. Measures in at 11mm or 0.43 inches thick at its thinnest point here, but we do notice that at the top it has that, it's like a hump to it, just like the Droid X2, so it's a little bit thicker on the top. Overall, lightweight, just because of choice of materials, mostly plastic, has a glossy finish to it, and of course it looks different from what we saw with the Droid Bionic back at CES. You have this bezel around it, this angular bezel that you can notice, and looks pretty nice. Some of the other stuff, it's also has the dual-core processor, 1 GHz right in there with 1 GB of RAM, Android 2.34 Gingerbread, and has that latest the Moto Blur interface that we found also in the Droid 3, so nothing different about it, but so far, just by looking at it, it's running very smoothly from what we're looking at here. Let's get into the app panel, and you can tell just moving pretty flawlessly here, so we're very excited checking out this handset. It's been a long time coming, especially for this device, just because it was first previewed back at CES, but it's finally here. The 4th LTE smartphone from Verizon Wireless. It's going to be available starting September 8th for a 2-year contract price of $300, so it's going to be up there in terms of pricing, just like the Droid Charge, but you do get that dual-core processor, which is one of the advantages with this one over those handsets. So I'll be testing it out, taking a look at the handset, but in the meantime, if you want to learn more about the Motorola DROID Bionic, you can check out our website, PhoneArena.com.